Hi, this is Dan Nichols. I think you know that. I'm MichiganWeddingDJ.com. So I'm a disc jockey out of the Royal Oak, Michigan area. I do events all over the state of Michigan, actually. And the sound question comes up on 10% of the time. Sometimes a guest will come up and say, hey, turn it down. Believe it or not, probably more often I have people come up and say, turn it up. The younger crowd wants to feel the bass. They want to feel it hit them. And it makes sense because a lot of the music's got that, has the bass beats in it, and they just want it to really kick in and feel it. Another thing that people don't typically know about loud music at a wedding reception or anywhere you go is that physiologically, I should say psychologically as well, of course, our mind, our body responds to that loud music, and it actually disorients the mind a little bit. In a sense, people get drunk on the loud music. I know that as a DJ. I just know it at a gut level. For me to go into the big why behind all that is, I don't know that I'm qualified to. I don't know what chemicals it's releasing in the brain and all that other stuff, but it truly disorients the mind. People get crazier when the music's a little bit louder. Me personally, I wear earplugs when I'm DJing because I'd be deaf by now if I didn't. So let me just share with you a little bit about this. Let's start out with the ceremony. I would say 75% of the time I am handling the ceremony music. Ceremony music just needs to be loud enough that everybody in the crowd can hear it. It doesn't need to be crazy loud, of course. Typically for that, I've got one speaker running, and I've got a mic plugged into that, and then I broadcast that into the crowd. I typically prefer to have it in front of the crowd than behind them, though sometimes just to make sure it's out of pictures, I'll put the speaker behind the people instead, just so that it's not in the pictures because the bridal party's sort of flanked out around the bride and groom, and I just find that can be unnecessary. So that's that. Now let's move into cocktail hour. Cocktail music should be a little bit louder than the dinner music because people you want to start to prime the party a little bit. I start kicking up the jams just a little bit. Let's say on a 1 to 10 scale. I would tell you that I would typically on a 1 to 10 scale play my cocktail music at about a 3 or maybe even a 4. I want people to feel it. I want them to hear it if they want to hear it. They should definitely be able to talk over it, though. I totally get that. I think sometimes people think the DJ's an alien and doesn't understand, about about loud music, but I swear we do. So that's that. Cocktail music, in my opinion, should be loud enough that people should be able to kind of like hear it and enjoy it, and also sort of like kill the silence, the awkward silence in the room. Maybe you don't know a lot of people if you're a guest. So there's that. Now we're moving into dinner music. Dinner music, I think that if anything, I want somebody to complain to me and say, "Hey, it's too quiet," because it's just physics-wise, it's impossible as a DJ unless I run speakers all over the room for me to broadcast that music to the back end of a country club or wherever I'm playing, unless I'm cranking it up really loud. So really, the benefit's going to be the first. I mean, everybody in the room should be able to hear it. But certainly the people in the first third of the room are going to obviously hear it better. And every room's set up differently, so it's hard to make this sort of blanket statement about the sound levels during dinner. Other than, here's a very simple way I phrase it, is that people should be able to talk over it if they want to or listen to it if they want to. So if you're sitting at a table with 10 people and you only know a couple of them, you should be able to just sort of enjoy the music as well and sort of disconnect from that place. So there's that. And then the other thing is obviously the dance music. So now we're moving into the dance thing. Guilty as charged. I'm inclined to turn the music up a little bit. Like I said, I wear my earplugs. I just know that I get better dance floors when the music's louder. I've had people argue back and say, oh no, when it's really loud, everybody goes home, or everybody goes out into the hallway to talk, or out on the deck to get away from it. And that may be true. But you get a couple beers in them, and you know what they want? Turn it up! Turn it up! That's what they do. So anyway, that's my video on sound. If you've got a big problem with your DJ playing the music loud, no kidding. I love when my clients are like, hey, I'm willing to risk compromising the dance floor a little bit. And they rarely say that, by the way. But I want the volume to stay lower all night. Say, okay, cool, no problem. And I'm not kidding. I actually put tape over my volume controls. That way I'm not inclined to do what I do as a DJ, which is to move that volume forward. That's it. End of video. If you need a great DJ, check out MichiganWeddingDJ.com. Thanks so much for listening.